Exelon has said over the last year, time is ticking for Illinois to save the Byron Nuclear Plant. But we now know when that time will officially be up. Byron's reactors will close September 14th and 16th, according to Exelon's filing to PJM. PJM, the independent group focused on energy transmission in our state. But the closing announcement does not mean the fate of the plant is sealed. But what steps still need to take place for Illinois to pass a bill that would save the Byron Nuclear Plant? And how long do lawmakers have to pass that bill before Byron closes its reactors? 13 News reporter William Ingalls breaks it down for us tonight.
The fight to keep Byron's nuclear plant open is a fight against the clock.
But it says, the door's closing, and unless something happens, the door's going to close.
Well, we really need to be looking at a horizon of weeks, not months, not 90 days. We need to be looking at a horizon of weeks, and I think that there's a huge sense of urgency to close the loop on the remaining outstanding items that we have.
The good news, according to State Representative Tom Demmer, is that a number of things in the clean energy bill are agreed on, like the state's plan to keep using nuclear power, but other things have a long ways to go.
There are still outstanding questions related largely to the treatment of coal and natural gas-fired electrical generation, especially a couple of large plants in southern Illinois.
As far as how likely it is for lawmakers to strike a deal before the plant closes, Byron Mayor John Rickard says it feels like its chances change by the day.
It vacillates between things are looking okay to it fell apart again. So at any given moment, it swings one way or the other.
And Rickard says the hardest part of the process as the city's mayor is not being able to do anything to help a deal pass in Springfield.
We're totally reliant on the ability and well-meaning of other people to put together a plan. We're not in control of our own future here.
But as time creeps closer and closer to zero, Demmer says a breakthrough could come any day and that lawmakers are ready to come back and strike a deal.
And so I think that myself and fellow legislators, we're ready to go back to Springfield at a moment's notice and try to get an energy bill compromise, get the votes in both chambers and get it signed by the governor so we can move forward with some kind of confidence.
For your 13 Weather Authority, William Ingalls, 13 News.
And Mayor Rickard said the city of Byron has started to make plans as a city as to how it would move forward financially without the nuclear plant.